Attenuator! I just built an MPC261 Keys out of 2 used purchases. This Akai MPK261 that I scored for $100, and my Akai Force, which I've had for a while, but I think I got one of them new, one of them used. They're on sale on the used market for 500-ish, 600-ish right now. It's ridiculous. So if I was to buy a new one on the used market now, and this for $600 to get an MPC 261 Keys, I think that's pretty badass. I'm calling it the MPC 261 Keys Super because it's got the Force brain. So we've got a greater synth and programming and sequencing area here, and I think essentially the same brain. There's a little different workflow and ecosystem, but the idea is the same, and incredible clip launching. It's almost like having Ableton Live in a box, like the Push 3, except in its way, in my opinion, cooler. So I scored this 261 and I wanted to tie in these pads and these faders, and I've done so. I think I'm really fast at it now, so we're going to go through all of this really quickly in a final run. Here we go. First step, you want to upgrade the firmware on your MPK261. It's available by searching for the 1.02. It allows you to connect to the MacBook and Mac series without a external powered USB hub. So run through that. It's a pretty simple process, and I had to do it on Windows computer. It wouldn't run because of security reasons, and I didn't try to sudo some shit. Anyway, once you're done with that, plug it in, turn on your Force. We're on firmware 3.6 right now, and we want to talk about the MIDI. So mixer, and go to I/O and set my drum kit, which is channel 1, to MIDI from the MPK261 Port A, is an Apple, and MIDI channel 10. Only the drums get transmitted through to this channel, and that prevents the keyboard from transmitting because it's on channel 1, and then we'll set all the other ones from being hopefully not on any MIDI channel anymore to channel 1, and that'll take synth sounds from the keyboard and apply them to any of your synths, and then you will set multi-record, which we've gone through. In menu preferences, sequencer, and near the bottom, record arm behavior, we want multi. Let's dive into how difficult this is. We'll do this over again. Talk about it from scratch. We had preset 1 here as live light. To move it, we will hit the over button, and to save it somewhere else, you just turn this knob, choose another place, like all the way at the end, and hit enter, and it'll save it there, and then you have 2 copies. Then you can take a generic, hit enter, or hit over again, turn all the way back to spot number 1 and save it there. So from there, in generic, these are all labeled wonky stuff, and it doesn't correlate to anything intelligent in here. In addition, if you do these over from their wonky numbers to a linear set of numbers that some of them occupy already, to control the volumes, it actually only does so if you have volume selected on your knobs. You can see my fader controls 1, fader 8 controls channel 8. So how do I do that? Let's dig in. I forget what the old numbers are, but this is what they need to be. So if you go into edit within this preset and just start moving things, you'll see the numbers, and we need to assign the fader bank by hitting down to channels 29 through 36. So to do that, you just dial it and then move the next one. You don't even have to hit enter. Dial it 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. Once those are assigned, these all have wonky numbers as well. So we'll do channel 12 through 19. So turn it down, down, make it say 12, turn the next one, 13, 14, on down the line to 19, was it? And then for the mute buttons, the same crap happens with those. They actually overlap with some of these when you put them into a linear range without these weird gaps that they have in the numbering system. So for the mutes, to 44. So hit each one, change the number, move on up, and you'll end at 44 on channel 8. With that done, we'll go back to preset and hit over, and we're just going to save on top of itself. So we'll hit enter again. And you can also hit over and change the name by hitting down once and dialing whatever name you want into that field, and then just going to hit enter. Your preset is now saved. Now, if you did that in one of the higher numbers, you just do the same thing like copying the Ableton Live Lite. You'll hit over, save to, and take it all the way back to channel 1, and then hit enter. Now your preset is saved on channel 1. Sweet. Now when we boot up, we've got the automatic preset that dials all these things in and allows you to do MIDI learn. Now the reason we assign these to those numbers is because some of the ones they occupied, and when you put them into that 1 through 8 linear action that works with these knobs, is if you go into knobs and screen or any other parameter, sends and pad scenes, effects, any of these other screens will just completely botch when you touch these knobs, because you're affecting what's in front of you and displayed, except you don't know what you're touching up here. So you think you're going for volume, and now you're changing time signatures, keys, all sorts of other delay and other settings in there that can totally make your music sound like crap. And all because of a slider movement. And then you have to really focus on putting that back into place, especially if you had unsaved changes. So you often have to load. So I wanted to kill those from the macro knob use. So we don't want to use channels 21 through 28. Those are the bad ones. They map directly to these knobs, but I don't want that because I've already got them here. And it tells me what I'm looking at and what they affect. And I've got my mind set on it because I'm hitting this knobs button and selecting what I want it to be. So this will retain its function as macro. Now these I can play with. We have control of our drums. Volume at the mixer. Sends on the twisty fly. Mute buttons ready to go. Make sure that you saved your preset by hitting the over button and then just enter. And then it'll be there when you turn this back on. Make sure you save your projects often. Hug your friends. Bring in good energy. Give it back out. Make the world a better place. Pretend you're out.